sky is blue, grass is green. Great day to be alive and a great day for high school soccer here on ETV. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here for high school playoff soccer. It is the Section 3A playoffs semifinal round, and tonight's game features the visitors, the Hastings Raiders, and your Eagan Wildcats, the hosts. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nathan Cron. I am normally joined by my broadcast partner, Skip Newton, but he's on special assignment. He'll be flying with me solo the rest of the evening. But the Wildcats come into this game riding a high after scoring a full 2 touchdowns against the challenged Burnsville Blaze. The Hastings Raiders, they succeeded and got into this round with a 2-1 win over the Park Wolfpack. You take a look there at the playoff bracket. Rosemount and Eastview in the other semifinal. We'll keep our eyes and ears open for that one in terms of see if we get any scores from Rosemount, from Irish Stadium. But the Wildcats have all the business to take care of here in the other semifinal. So you can hear the background announcer Dave Giles going through the starting lineups for the Wildcats. We will set your Hastings Raiders lineup. You see the temperature there, 70 degrees, very little wind, lower humidity, no precipitation anywhere. It's a beautiful night for soccer, for playoff soccer here in the southern Twin Cities in central Minnesota. Coming to you live from Wildcat Stadium, the campus of Eagan High School, Eagan, Minnesota. Good crowd out here tonight between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats. The Raiders boys just wrapped up a 2-0 defeat to the Wildcat boys in the earlier game. This is the second game of our doubleheader. So because we had two teams from the same high school playing here back to back, imagine that and we can look and see that the Raiders have a nice cheering section. So the Raiders will trot back to their bench, and the Wildcats will do the same. They'll all break down and come out for the first half of this semifinal. Hastings Raiders starting lineup: Petrich, Endres, Sanchez, Appert, Erickson, Kishish, Magnus, Santamaria, and McVicker. And we will give you as many of the positions as we can as the game proceeds. You see the Hastings Raiders there, and they're all white with their purple numbers and gold trim. Wildcats there in their all blue work with a little bit of green trim and some white numbers. Wildcats the top seed here in Section 3A. And of course, if you've been following the Wildcats this season, they are in fact your South Suburban Conference champions, so back-to-back conference titles for these Wildcats. A final breakdown, and the Wildcats will take their position. Looks like the Wildcats will defend the north goal. Starting lineup is Weisendonner, Leitenberg, Seehafer on your front line, with Bray, Burke, and Jolstrom in your midfield. Enning and Illyria Yin, your outside backs, Kron and Fall. Your center backs with Weisel, your keeper. So a senior-heavy lineup for the Wildcats, as you might expect, with a number of seniors. Many of these girls have been playing for 3 or even 4 seasons for this varsity team. And tonight it is the Section 3A semifinals. The winner will play next Tuesday on the 15th of October in the section final. Site and time to be determined, as Weisendonner, their number 10, will start us off. Waiting for center referee Akardi Takashu to blow his whistle, swing his arm. And we are underway here in Eagan. Ball gets pitched down towards Petrich, who claims. See what the Wildcats have in store here for the Raiders. 3 midfielders in the center midfield for the for the Wildcats. Fall now over to Jolstrom, now Enning. Enning forward for Weisendonner. Seehafer tries to play it back to her, and it goes into touch. So the Wildcats, for anyone joining us new on the live stream, Wildcats have been very successful attacking the outside. Seehafer and Leitenberg, both all-state players last year, really have had their way with a lot of outside defenders, creating opportunities. Here's a great ball by the Raiders. As Sanchez ran onto that, they come back with it. Erickson with it. That's fed forward. Fall's going to have to clean that up. Enning tries to get that ball out of the way, and she gets trundled into. That time by McVicker. So a foul against the Raiders here in the opening minutes of this one. Enning is up and fine. Just a little bit of readjustment of her shin pads and her laces. So a foul against the Raiders and a free kick for the Wildcats. This one comes forward and finds Erickson. Jolstrom, Weisendonner. Burke pitches that forward for Leitenberg. Leitenberg, overlapping run, tried to work it with Illyria Yin, but it goes into touch. So Hastings the 4 seed, Wildcats the 1 seed. Hastings a successful season in the Suburban East Conference. Ball falls for Bray. Bray tries to poke that through, but it's intercepted. Appert versus Illyria Yin now for Weisendonner. Weisendonner feeds that forward, nicely done, and offside is the call against Leitenberg, far side. So Leitenberg, number 8, Seehafer, number 18, both the outside wing forwards for these Wildcats, create a lot of offense. Remains to be seen. It'll be interesting to watch this story unfold tonight as the Raiders play defense against them. Leitenberg inside, Weisendonner. Jolstrom. Seehafer. Seehafer looks for Weisendonner, and that ball is switched to the far side. It's intercepted there by the Raiders before Burke claims it. Illyria Yin wasn't expecting that, and that ball will be fed up the sideline. And that ball sent over the top. Cron's going to claim this. Actually, Weinsel's going to come out and claim it. Maddie Weisel, the junior goalkeeper. Been a stalwart at the back for the Wildcats all season long. Good punt from Weisel, finds its way to midfield. It's flicked on that time. I think that's off of, yeah, it's off of the Raiders. Looked like, I think that was Levine on the near side. Thought that was maybe off of the Wildcats, when in fact it wasn't. Cron knocks that down, but her touch gets away from her. This is Sanchez. Sanchez pitches this over the top. Battle for McVicker and Fall. Enning. Nicely done that time by Jolstrom. This ball is forward. This ball is forward and perfectly placed. Leitenberg, another offside call against Leitenberg. I have to go back and take a look at the replay on that. I'm not sure if she was in an offside position or not. My eye didn't catch up to it, but the only opinion that matters is assistant referee Derek Podrat. We return to live action, and the Raiders now pushing the ball up the field and also attacking the outside. Raiders look to have 4 at the back, a couple of defensive midfielders with maybe a diamond formation and multiple forwards. Enning wins that, sends it forward for Weisendonner. That's going to be off of Magnus and going to touch. Excuse me, check that. It's not Magnus, that's Moore. 18 and 28. A little confusion there. Wildcats need to be the first to these balls as Enning has a chance at it, gets it back. Cron pitches that forward. Finds Magnus again. Weisendonner slides that through. And an opportunity as Leitenberg again caught an offside position. That's 3 offside calls in the first 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes of this game against Leitenberg. So the assistant referee watching that very closely. That one looked like it might be in an offside position, so the Wildcats not working their timing out quite where they need to be. Larry Yin winning on the far side. Concedes the throw, I should say. And throw comes in for the Raiders and a foul against the Wildcats. So a foul right around the 28 football yard line. So a free kick for McVicker. So McVicker will stand over this. The Wildcats, when they start fast, they are undefeated. When they score the first goal of a game, they are undefeated this season. That ball comes in. Nice free kick by McVicker. It will miss everybody and go for a goal kick.
Goal kick, Wildcats.
Wildcats have had several notable comeback victories against Rosemount, against the Minnetonka Skippers. So the number 7 ranked team in the state, the Eagan Wildcats, will now draw some real pressure here by the Raiders. Inning. Good play there by Sanchez down the side. Enning pitches that forward looking for Weisendonner. Weisendonner knocks it down, nicely done. Plays it forward, Bray. Leitenberg famously holding a run on the far side. Burke comes over for that ball. Now Leitenberg tries to find Seehafer. Seehafer is through. Seehafer's through. She's in on goal. She shoots from distance and it's wide. Josie Seehafer was unable to get it square on Petrich. It's a shot. It's not on net.
Josie Seehafer, the shot is wide.
But Josie Seehafer, what an effort. Splits the defense. Nice touch there. And you see Kishish making a run, trying to prevent Seehafer cutting to the middle. But more of that we'll certainly see Seehafer with scoring opportunities. And a little too much force there from Anna Enning, and Magnus draws a foul. And the ball was moving at the time the kick was taken. So we will have the kick retaken by senior defender Alex Moore.
Alex Moore, number 28 on the kick for Hastings.
Look for Weisendonner. It's popped in the air that time by Bray. Now outside to Seehafer. Seehafer sends it forward. Step here for Jolstrom. Jolstrom to Burke, smartly back to Fall. Fall to Illyria Yin in an advanced position, finds Leitenberg. And Leitenberg's ball for Bray doesn't come off. Bray thought somebody else was going to get that ball. Instead, it falls for no one. Now Bray back with it. Bray looks for Leitenberg. Inside for Bray. This ball's going to miss everybody and find its way all the way over to Magnus. Good defense there by Seehafer. Enning pitches that forward. Lots of long balls and clearances here by both teams here in the opening minutes of this game. Not a lot of connectivity. Illyria Yin, the smallest, shortest player on the field with a header. Fall sends that forward. It's intercepted that time by the Raiders. Wildcats need to connect a few more passes. Opportunity for the Raiders as they press. It's intercepted smartly by Enning. Enning's going to pick out, I think she was trying to squeeze that through to Leitenberg, and that ball will be off the center referee. So a dropped ball here for the Raiders. Moore puts that out to the side. Burke battling in the middle. McVicker and Fall. Nicely done. And a foul against the Raiders. We'll see a free kick for the Wildcats. So Raiders doing a nice job defensively so far, not giving the Wildcats, who have been prolific in their last handful of games, the opportunity to connect a number of passes together. Ball stands over this and puts it forward, looking for Bray. Falls for the Raiders. And they look to break. Imagine that ball is probably going to find its way into touch as Illyria Yin will just let it run over. And it's a deep throw for the Wildcats. Great camera work here by our ETV crew as Illyria Yin takes a good 8.5 yards off of that throw, which is rather crafty. Opening minutes, girls 3-3A semifinal between the Raiders and the Wildcats. Some fouls, a few shots, nothing really troubling for any keeper. Both teams really still trying to feel each other out. If it was a heavyweight boxing match, we'd end the first round right now with not a lot in terms of the score sheet. Ball gets crossed to the other side. Wildcats have to chase. Raiders try to hold on to that ball. That ball's intercepted. Jolstrom in the right spot. Enning for Kron. Kron for Seehafer. Enning feeds that forward for Bray. Seehafer sends that all the way across. If this ball snuck through for Leitenberg, that would be quite the thing. Leitenberg's going to have an opportunity. Leitenberg is down, but nope, no foul there. Referee emphatic that there was no foul as Illyria Yin attacks the edge of the penalty area. She tries to slide it towards Petrick, and it goes wide. It's a shot. It's not on goal. I didn't think there was a foul there either. Certainly contact between Leitenberg and the defender. Watch, there's contact right here between Leitenberg and the defender, but Leitenberg, I think, just trips. That's Wood is the defender. So no call there. And there shouldn't have been. Opportunity here for the Raiders to counter. Ball gets played to the middle, played out by Kron. Nicely done. Down to Burke. Burke looking for some help, finds Fall, dribbles right into a big mass of Raiders, and Kron's clearance creates a goal kick. Substitution coming on for the Raiders. And that is Levine checking in.
Substitution for Hastings into the game.
And Magnus will check out.
Number 24, going off Ellie Magnus, number 18.
Goal kick for the Wildcats. Let's see if they play it short. They do not. Weisendonner, her first touch lets her down a little bit. That ball sprays on her, and now Enning will intercept. Enning to Weisendonner. Weisendonner flicks on, looking for try to free Seehafer. Seehafer taps it, but no one's there. So opportunities for the Wildcats just have not come off. Wood giving chase. Fall. Bray. And that ball will be put in touch. Just lack of connectivity here for the Wildcats here in the first opening 14 minutes. Bray flicks that on, looking for Weisendonner. Burke, Weisendonner. Now Leitenberg with an opportunity. She sends it across for Seehafer. Seehafer's able to get it down to her feet. Now she's attacking, takes on multiple defenders. Jolstrom with an opportunity. She puts her foot over it. It's a shot. It's on goal, but doesn't trouble Petrich. Senior goalkeeper puts her foot to that and sends it out, finds Burke, and now to Enning. Enning pitches that forward. That's going to slide. Here's an opportunity for Leitenberg. She gets to it first, and Ava Leitenberg off the post. Opportunity for Seehafer. Weisendonner goes to goal, and Weisendonner scores. Oh my heavens, what a sequence of events, but Kylie Weisendonner gets it done for the Wildcats. Shot, post, shot, block, shot, goal. 1-0 to the Wildcats. So Leitenberg off the post, blocked there by the defense, and Weisendonner with her left foot slides in, hammers it home. And the big hero of last year's section final, Kylie Weisendonner, the Bolton Blue, strikes for the Wildcats here in the 15th minute. a scrambling sequence for the Wildcats, and they make it work. The ball falls for the Wildcats as Sanchez pressures. Sanchez quickly to that ball. Wildcats will have to be aware of her presence as Fall steps up. Good defense there by Isabella Fall. She is burnishing her credentials as a potential All-State nominee, in my opinion. Ball finds its way to the outside. Oh, that's a step by Anna Enning. Enning feeds Weisendonner. Can Weisendonner get to the touch? And she can't. It was a good recovery that time by the defense. This ball is going to be pitched in and too close to Petrich.
Scoring for the Eagan Wildcats, number 10, Kylie Weisendonner.
But Weisendonner gets it done for the Wildcats in the 15th minute
18,
with Seehafer on the assist.
In the 15th minute of the game. The time of the goal, 14 minutes, 24 seconds.
And as I said earlier, when the Wildcats score the first goal, they are undefeated this season. They have not lost a game when they have scored first. And certainly that is a good omen for these Wildcats. Weisendonner went right, ball went left, but Burke claims. Larry Yin pitches that in towards Seehafer. Seehafer has an opportunity. She's got a lot of defenders in front of her. Weisendonner again, right foot, slides it towards goal.
Shot, Kylie Weisendonner.
Kylie Weisendonner is a natural left footer. You see there what she could do with the right. Seehafer realizes I've got about 4 defenders in front of me, and Weisendonner puts a right foot to it.
Levine, number 21.
Petrich not exactly in the best position for that. Fortunately, it went wide for her. I say thank you to everybody who is joining us here on the channel or on the live stream, whether you are watching from Eagan, Hastings, Aberdeen, South Dakota, Weatherford, Oklahoma, Lakewood Ranch, Florida, or parts unknown. Weissel puts her foot to that. Good header there high in the air by McVicker. Very active forward/midfielder. Weisendonner feeds that forward, but Leitenberg wasn't moving. And so Weisendonner would love to free her friend Ava Leitenberg and let her run to the outside on her favored left foot, but communication not quite there. Wonder if Leitenberg is maybe holding her runs just a little bit extra because she's been flagged offside 3 times already this half. Overlapping run here for the Wildcats. Ball comes to the back line. Now Fall with it. Switches to Cron. Ball from Leitenberg. 1-2 that time with the defenders. That ball gets pitched in towards Petrich, just too close to the keeper, who was well off her line. Ball comes in for McVicker. It's played down to the side. Now, interestingly enough, Illyria Yin and Enning have switched sides. So Illyria Yin now playing on the right side, Enning playing on the left side. That is a difference from what we normally get. This ball down for Weisendonner into the corner. She keeps it in, and Moore puts that into touch. Illyria Yin for Seehafer. Seehafer loses that one into touch, and Moore will take this throw. Check it, that's not Moore, that's Santa Maria. Nice flick by McVicker. Ball comes to the back line. A couple of headers, finds its way all the way over to Sanchez on the far side. Good defense there by Enning. And Sanchez wins the throw. And the Wildcats will respond. So an early goal here for the Wildcats in the 15th minute. Kylie Weisendonner from Josie Seehafer. Burke gets it to Bray, out to Jolstrom. They switch the field. Now Cron. Now they'll go back the other direction. Fall. Now it's claimed by the Raiders. Wildcats not able to, having a nice spell of possession on their back line, but not able to turn it into anything. And they'll reset, try it again. Lightenberg sends that back for Enning, who pitches it forward. Nicely done. That ball's going to stop for Petrich. It's intercepted. Petrich well out of her net. If the Wildcats are able to knock this down, they might have an opportunity. It's pitched forward and a foul on, I think, Gillstrom. So a foul against the Wildcats results in a Raider free kick. Multiple substitutions coming in for both teams at the next ball out of bounds. Moore will stand over this, send it towards Sanchez. Is Sanchez going to be able to keep this in? She does, but then the Wildcats, Enning puts it into touch, and we will have replacements onto the pitch. So Audrey Silgen will come on for the Wildcats, and Tess Triplett will take the spot of Weisendonner.
Into the game, Tess Triplett, number 7, and Audrey Silgen, number 12. And for Hastings, into the game, Bryn Kelly, number 17. Back in, Jersey Appert, number 9.
Appert and Kelly will check in for the Raiders. So plenty of time for both teams, no panic at all, but the Wildcats with a lead, strong. This ball looks for Seehafer. Gets knocked down. Opportunity. This ball might slide for Seehafer. Seehafer has the speed. She's on the 4x1 team. She slices into the penalty area. She's got 2 defenders in front of her, tries to get on her left foot, feeds one of her teammates, feeds Triplett, and Triplett just slides it wide. So I'm not sure Triplett thought that ball was coming to her. She hit it a little bit awkwardly, so Seehafer's got 2 defenders closing her down. One's Kishish, does a nice job of there running Seehafer off the ball. She switches to her left foot, and Triplett hits that ball, and I don't think she got good connection on that ball. Lightenberg outside. And it's put safely into touch by the defense. For those of you unfamiliar with the Wildcats, the Ava Lightenberg, an all-state track state champion in the 800. Seehafer part of the 4x100 team, so excellent athleticism on the outside. Spin by Triplett to the middle. She's almost dispossessed. Silgen looks for Enning. Silgen again. Enning pitches this in towards Seehafer, and nicely done. Petrich off her line, claims that with nary a care. Illyria in with quick defense. The Wildcats seem to have calmed down a little bit since that goal. They've had some spells of possession. They've had some other offensive pressure. Triplett back to the goal. Seehafer now will switch. Or will she? She lays off for Cron. Cron pitches that forward. That's a good ball, except that nobody in a blue uniform is running for it, and Triplett will run out of real estate. Just a little miscommunication there. Wildcats offside already 3 times in this half. It ping-pongs around and finds Burke. Seehafer keeps it in, wins the throw. Nicely done by Josie Seehafer. Seehafer second on this team in goals with 11. Lightenberg with 16. Illyria Yin pops this towards Lightenberg, back post. Lightenberg with a header down. Opportunity, and it goes wide.
Shot taken, Ava Lightenberg, number 8.
An opportunity for Ava Lightenberg using her head, not her left foot. The shot goes wide. Watch this great replay from our ETV crew. Illyria Yin's cross comes in. She gets a head to it. Multiple arms and legs flailing about as you saw Kishish try to clear that. And unfortunately for the Raiders, it didn't trickle into the goal.
The Wildcats into the game is Olivia Ehrenberg, number 14.
Olivia Ehrenberg has checked in
24.
for Inga Jolstrom. And Cron concedes the throw, but nothing else. So Ehrenberg has checked in for Jolstrom in the midfield, a like-for-like switch. Silgen pitches this forward. This is an opportunity. The Wildcats are going to run onto it. Petrich is well out of her net. If the Wildcats knock this down and put a shot deep, they might have something going, but again, she's been very aggressive now, twice off her line. Lyria Yin giving chase. Yeah. And a foul against Lyria Yin. Not a lot in that, but nicely done by, I think that was Levine who earned the foul. Free kick for Erickson. So senior captain Erickson. Check it, she's a junior captain. Olivia Erickson,
number 11 with the kick.
From about 35 yards out, right foot in swinger, goes for the back post. Header towards goal, but not on frame.
Goes out of bounds. Goal kick for the Wildcats.
First shot not on goal, but first shot for the Raiders comes with 14:47 to go here in the first half.
The header was by Sienna Sanchez, number 7.
Sanchez got her head to it, but harmlessly over for a goal kick. So as good as the Raiders have been defensively tying up the Wildcats' goal scoring leaders, they have yet to really trouble the Wildcat back line. Not going to score, not going to win too many games without some goals.
Substitution
and
for the Raiders.
Substitution?
Again is Ellie Magnus, number 18.
So referee was allowing the Raiders to substitute, so we'll have a reset here as Magnus checks back in. Good step that time by the Wildcats for Leitenberg. Leitenberg is going to try to go around the defender. She's not going to be able to do that. Now the Wildcats are going to try it again. Leitenberg to the inside. Leitenberg feeds Seehafer. Seehafer for Triplett. Ehrenberg. And just not quite the precision necessary to break through this Raider back line. Evie Burke lays off for Fall. Skips a level, puts it right on Leitenberg's boot. Now Leitenberg around the outside. Leitenberg to the edge of the end line, to the penalty area, on her left foot, tries to slide it across, and that will be a corner. Nicely done by Ava Leitenberg. She had Wood's number with respect to getting around her. Triplett will trot over to take this one. Wood, to her credit, did not give up. She did not allow herself to be beat cleanly. So instead of a scoring opportunity, here's a corner for the Wildcats. First of the game. Triplett looking for Petrich. Petrich punches it away. He's looking for Leitenberg. Siljan tries to get it down. Triplett again. Triplett towards goal, but well wide. So a shot, not even anywhere close to being on goal.
The shot was Tess Triplett, number 7. Shot out of bounds.
But with 12 and a half minutes to go, the Raiders still looking for their first shot on goal. So defensively, offensively, the Raiders will have to do something to try to unlock this Wildcat back line. A Wildcat back line that has not conceded a goal in the last 7 games. Leitenberg tries to feed that through. Step by Ehrenberg. Lyria Yin. Illyria Yin. Good play there between Illyria Yin and Levine. Ball gets crossed to the middle. Laid off by Siljan, and now Fall will calm it down. That ball is not going to make it through, but it finds Seehafer. Seehafer with room to run. She's also got runners. Triplett's going to make a run on this. Petrich out. Petrich almost collides with her defender. Ehrenberg with it. She has been Petrich very aggressive off her line. Almost cost the Raiders there. This ball's fed through. That's a beautiful ball. This is for Seehafer on her right foot. Now she wants to go left. Passes on the shot, sends it for Siljan. Siljan, Seehafer, Illyria Yin. Illyria Yin towards goal, towards Petrich, but
shot taken, number 20.
Shot on goal, but harmless.
On goal, save
Grace Petrich easily dealt with that. Thanks for joining us here for the second game of this doubleheader. Again, the Hastings boys losing to the Wildcats 2-0. So Hastings will, on the boys' side, will in their season, and the Wildcats will head towards the
both teams.
Wildcats will head towards the section final. Substitutions here as Ellie Westerman checks in for the Wildcats. And Illyria Yin out, so Siljan will slide to an outside back position. And a foul against the Wildcats, so their fifth of the first half. We have some substitution issues. The clock should be stopped, and now it is. So the clock is finally stopped. The referee having a conversation with, I think, Caitlin Wood. So the center referee asking for 10:05 to be put back on the clock. And now the clock is right. And we will restart it as soon as the ball is put in play. It's won there by the Wildcats. It's down towards Petrich, giving chase is Triplett. Petrich well outside of her penalty area. Great sounds and pictures coming to you here from ETV as a couple of Wildcat substitutes wait there. It looks like Courtney Bumpers and Ella Horn. Opportunity for Sanchez to the outside. And she sends it in towards Weissel, and Weissel with her first shot and her second shot on goal and first save of the first half. So we're getting word here that Wood was cautioned with a yellow card. Not 100% sure what that was about, but another foul here against the Wildcats. So a yellow card caution against number 33, Caitlin Wood. At least we'll check on that at halftime, but I think that's the call from the on-field staff. Free kick here for Erickson. Comes in towards Levine, and that goes wide. And there are, in fact, two Levines. Olivia Levine just had the ball on her feet there. The Ellie Levine, the junior defender, still playing in the back line for the Raiders. And now with the goal kick, we will have a substitution as Ella Horn will slide in and take Audrey Siljan's place. Courtney Bumpers will come to the outside and push Westerman to the far side. Horn with it. Being watched by Magnus. Nicely done by Horn. Horn's the throw. Just over 8 minutes to go. This ball looking for Bumpers. Wildcats spray this ball across, and now it will completely cross the field. We'll see if this gets out. Sanchez is going to get to it. Watched by Enning. Enning with a good tackle. Finds Westerman. Westerman dispossessed. Cron having to come to Weissel's aid there. You can see Cron waving her arms like, you've got to come out and get that ball. So good communication or improvement on communication there necessary for the blue back line. And Ellie Magnus says, thank you very much. I'll try a big throw. She tries to heave it in towards Enning. Westerman. Triplett. Wildcats breaking. Horn. Forward for Bumpers. And Bumpers just way too heavy there for Horn. And more substitutions for both teams. So Kosnick will check in. And Rosga will check in. So Burke and Cron will get breathers. There you see Sienna Rosga, who scored her first varsity goal
in the game. Sienna Rosga, number 15,
in her last game against the Burnsville Blaze.
For Hastings, back in Bryn Kelly, number 17.
As did Ella Horn, senior defender.
Levine, number 24.
Speaking of Ella Horn, defense there, knocks that down, nicely done. Siljan pitches that forward. Bumpers will give chase, but he'll go for a white throw. Kosnick. Ehrenberg slides that forward, not sure where she was going with that, but she gets it back, makes up for the mistake. Nothing there in terms of a block, or excuse me, a challenge. Magnus takes it, but she gives away that ball to Enning. Bumpers. Ehrenberg. Ehrenberg errant again in a pass. And Weissel will claim that one. Bring that to her preferred corner for the punt. Finds Kosnick for Westerman. Ellie Westerman with a game winner against the Hill Murray Pioneers a few weeks back. Test triplet spins, sends this forward, nicely done. Bumpers is going to have an opportunity. She gets her feet to it. She's going to attack the end line. Courtney Bumpers sends it across, looking for Westerman. Ball falls flat, and the defense rallies. Horn with it now. She'll send it on left foot. McVicker battling Sienna Rozga there. And good tackle there by the Wildcats. I think everybody thought that might be a foul, but it wasn't. Bumper's going to use her speed to go around. Levine to the outside. Bumper still with the ball, slides it across. Opportunity for Westerman. Tries to get it onto her shooting foot. Triplet. Triplet sends it on, and it's wide.
Test triplet number 7 goes
Quite
wide.
the sequence.
Hastings.
We had fouls that weren't fouls, or people thought they were fouls. We had defense, we had passes all over the place.
Back into the game.
See Westerman there, what great
10.
defense, rally defense that time by
11.
Kishish.
Going out, test triplet number 7, and Olivia Ehrenberg,
Westerman
number
and
14.
Triplet both with the ability, Triplet third on the team in goals, Westerman not far behind, both with the ability to cash in from close distance. And this ball will find its way into touch. I think it'll find its way into touch. Sarozga didn't find its way into touch. It was rolling right on the line. Falls pass intercepted. Enning with a big step. Opportunity here for the Wildcats if they can get a little bit of a break. Westerman to the outside. Weisendonner, who's checked back in. She tries to feed Westerman, but it doesn't come off. And a foul against the Wildcats. Center referee Akari Takasho warning Ellie Westerman not to interfere with that kick being taken. Sanchez with a header. Falls for fall. And Bumpers with an opportunity, sprung by Westerman. Opportunity, now she's by the keeper. Can she steer it with her left foot on? And she's gonna miss high and wide. Unlucky that time for Courtney Bumpers. Petrich well out of her net, well out of the penalty area. And Bumpers hit the Jets, went by 2 defenders. Watch this, she's by 2 defenders. Petrich misses the ball.
Goal kick Raiders.
And rally defense, good job by the Raiders getting back, forcing Bumpers not to. Bumpers thought she probably had to go in the air. She couldn't slide it along the ground because the defenders had done a great job of rallying. And Horn's pass is errant, taken by the Raiders. So still 1-0, despite the fact that the Wildcats have had the lion's share of offensive opportunities. Still only 1-0 here against the Raiders. Westerman starts, stops, starts again, goes to goal, and Petrich with an easy save. Shot on goal, but not troubling the senior keeper.
Number 3, save made, Grace Petrich.
At some point, the Raiders are going to have to start to figure out something, some way of attacking the Wildcat back line. Rozga sends that towards the sideline. I think that's going to get into touch, and it will. Substitution for the Raiders.
Back in Ava Santa Maria.
As Santa Maria will take the place of Caitlin Wood. So a throw for the Wildcats there off of Sanchez. Sanchez and McVicker so far the 2 players for the Raiders who have demonstrated the most, who demonstrated that what to the eye test would look like the most offensive threat to the Wildcat back line. Apparently Enning had crept too far forward for this throw. So now she looks for Westerman again. Westerman with nice foot skills. Tries to feed this forward. She's trying to pick out a runner. Now she picks out a runner. Can't squeeze it through to Bumpers. But Bumpers is going to try to run this down near the side. She does. Unlucky there. Great effort by Courtney Bumpers to get that into touch. Unlucky for her that she just ran out of room.
In the first half. 1 minute.
Macy Bray also on the run. Actually, that's going to be off of. It'll be off of. It's a free kick, actually. Check it. I did not see a foul there, but a free kick for the Wildcats in the last 45 seconds. Kosnick over it.
Number 25.
Ball floats its way down into the penalty area. No one in a blue jersey able to get to it. See if Westerman's able to salvage something of this opportunity. Weisendonner, the goal scorer. Good defense kept Weisendonner out. Do the Wildcats know they've only got seconds left? They try to slide it through. Enning. Intercepted there as Bray was going one way, Enning the other, and a foul here against the Wildcats. And why the clock is stopped. I'm not sure why the clock is stopped. It's a foul against the Wildcats unless he's issuing a yellow card caution or is going to talk to somebody. Not sure why he's stopping the game. Okay, so he is going to trot over and chat with someone. He's talking to one of the Raiders players. That's Magnus. I'm not sure why that clock would be stopped. In any event, Moore will stand over it and send it in towards the Wildcat end. It'll be won by Westerman. Siljan will battle on the far side, and time will expire. So a little bit of back and forth here in the latter stages of this first half. But the Wildcats dominant in shots over the Raiders. Dominant in the only score that really counts, which is the scoreboard. A 15th minute goal by Kylie Weisendonner from Josie Seehafer is the difference between these two teams. Folks, we will step aside for halftime. ETV will be back for the second half in about 10 minutes. Halftime in Eagan. Wildcats 1, Raiders 0. You are watching ETV.
Work that creates a space that's going to be a great space, a sustainable space for the further generations.
This season, we decided to try and reduce the amount of single-use plastic bags that were used here at Market Fest. We partnered with Dakota Valley Recycling. They were able to help us fund this project. So we actually purchased 1,500 reusable produce bags that we've been handing out. We've handed out 1,300 of those bags.
If you'd like to stop by the booth, we'll give you a free reusable produce bag as a gift to start the program. And every time that you shop at Market Fest and show us that you've used your reusable bag on your way out the door, we'll give you a punch card and we'll punch it. Once you've shopped 3 times and have 3 punches on a card, you get a $3 voucher to use at Market Fest.
If folks participated every single week, they could have earned almost $20 to spend with the vendors. So it's a great program for everyone involved.
We actually get a number of people that bring their own reusable bags. We get a number of people that actually bring us back the reusable bags that they got from us. It's a really great thing to see. You know, we have a beautiful earth. We want to do what we can to keep it that way.
It's difficult to think about making really big changes with sustainability, but there's things that people can do in their everyday lives that make a big difference, but it's a small change. And using a reusable bag is a great first step.
Hopefully we can just do more and more every year here at Market Fest to educate people and make this a more sustainable event.
The Open Door is a hunger relief organization. We were founded in Eagan. We now serve all of Dakota County. Today is our 4th annual 5K and 1 mile fun run walk to raise awareness and support for the Open Door and our mission of getting food to anyone in Dakota County that needs it.
Hunger is more than just I don't have enough money. There's a lot of people that want to be healthy when the option is, do you just want a plain old box of macaroni and cheese, or do you want fresh food? When people have the choices, they're always picking the fresh food.
On an average month, we'll get fresh and healthy food to 18 to 20,000 people across Dakota County. And today's event helps raise awareness and money that fuels our mission and gets food directly into the hands of families that need it.
It's a great opportunity for community engagement. It's awesome to have volunteers, staff, and community members all come out, not only for people working with the open door, but just as kind of getting out there and having some fun together.
I'll see y'all. I got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
What's up, champ?
Flashlights, cool.
I feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
Do you want to go grab some frozen yogurt tonight?
Maybe another time. Thanks, though.
Hey, Charles, how do you like your burger?
Ooh, well done, I hope. I love this tree. Hey, honey. What do you thought we'd try something new?
Family art hour.
Come on, sit down.
Okay, guys, what do you think? That is you.
Oh, you got jokes. You're funny.
That is you, and that is your son, and your other son. Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
One scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when. Take control. 1. Assess your needs. 2. Make a plan. 3. Engage your support network. Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell.
You know, how you feel on the inside is just as important to me as how you feel on the outside.
Oh, Daddy.
I'm grown up, in every way, care and take care of you. You're my grown up, and I know you're there. I'm your grown up, and you know I care. 'Cause it's you and me and me and you. So when you are okay or not okay, I'll take care of you.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, vaping? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
You know you don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because I felt like a failure. And then I realized, like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine. But if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's a white people thing. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back for the second half of this playoff semifinal soccer game between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats. My name is Nathan Cron, flying solo tonight with my normal partner Skip Newton on special assignment. The first half saw a good match between these two teams. Not a lot of offense, but enough offense for the Wildcats as Kylie Weisendonner netted in the 15th minute from Josie Seehafer to give the Wildcats the 1-0 halftime lead. Hastings Raiders, not a lot of shots on goal. In fact, only one shot on goal in that first half. They will certainly be making some adjustments to try to increase their offensive chances here in the second half. It remains to be seen how this story will end. The Wildcats have a sterling record when they take an early lead.
To start the second half.
But the Hastings Raiders know it's win or go home, so they will be doing whatever is necessary to try to get an equalizer, and it looks like they're going to line up players on the near side and pooch it down and send it down for those players to run onto. As we get started here, the Wildcats will defend the south goal, the right side of your screen. And that ball will find its way all the way back to Weissel. And the Raiders coming into this game as the 4 seed, having defeated the 5th seed, the Park Wolfpack, 2-1 on Tuesday. Opportunity here for Weisendonner. Weisendonner sends this for Leitenberg. Leitenberg slides back to the middle. Weisendonner to the middle. She shoots. Oh, what a save. Good save by Petrich. I thought Leitenberg might head to the outside. Instead, she feeds Weisendonner. Look at this. Weisendonner plays the ball out to Leitenberg. Weisendonner continues her run, splits the defense. Some rally defense on the far side makes it a little harder than Weisendonner probably wanted it to be, but Petrich was right there. Burke's pass intercepted. Illyria Yin tries to get that ball back, but Magnus takes it away. Ball comes back for Enning. Header in from Erickson. And the Wildcats just need to get a clearance here and reset. Ball gets pitched back in towards the Wildcats. McVicker's going to give chase. She's going to try to backheel that. We've seen her do that several times, at least twice or 3 times already this game. And foul here against.
Referee stopping the clock.
Foul here of some sort, stopping the clock. I think it's going to be a foul against the Wildcats, but got a player who is down. That is That is Erickson. She's waving away the trainer, waving away the coach. Referee explaining that Erickson's going to walk that off. One of the captains of this Raider team is going to walk that off, and the Wildcats have conceded a free kick. So a good sequence here for
the Wildcats. Free
for
kick
the Raiders, all
Hastings.
started by some disconnected passing in the midfield. Raider player all by herself out to the right. That's Wood pushing up to the outside.
Eagan McVicker, number 42.
5-player wall. McVicker will stand over this and go to goal. Opportunity, and it goes begging as it floats high and wide over
Eagan McVicker, number 42,
the net.
goes wide. Goal kick,
McVicker disappointed
Wildcats.
in her effort there. She certainly would have expected to steer that on frame. Fall will stand over this free kick, this goal kick, I should say, but the reality of it is the Wildcats created that situation by turning the ball over in the midfield. Wildcats need to be more careful with the ball. Yeah, a series of additional good balls, nicely done. Raiders attacking to the outside. That ball comes to the middle, and a corner for the Raiders. So a good start here for the Hastings Raiders here in the first half.
Corner kick upcoming for Hastings. First of the game for the Raiders.
Hastings starting on the front foot with their first corner of the game. It's like Magnus will stand over this.
From the far side with Ellie Magnus, number 18.
Find its way to the penalty area. McVicker with a nice header, but it does go wide.
Goal kick, Wildcat.
So McVicker with a good header attempt off of the Magnus corner. But it flies wide, and Weissel not troubled. Ball for Leitenberg, lays that off, and that's turned over. Now Fall says, forget about that. I'm going to send it over the top and see what happens. Get a sense this second half may be very wide open as this ball goes to the inside. Great play there nicely done by Enning. There needs to, you see Enning talking to Weissel. They've got to get their act together on the back line. They've got to work out that communication, I should say, because clearly, you saw Enning pulling out of it there. She thought Weissel was coming off her line. So they've got to make sure that communication, second time tonight we've seen communication between the back line and Weissel not quite as clean as it should be. This ball now will find Enning for Fall. Fall will go long. Leitenberg spins. And Leitenberg wins a throw. Nicely done. Leitenberg for Weisendonner. Weisendonner spun around and dumped. Fall. Showing some real leadership there, taking on that leadership role as that ball now finds its way towards the back line. Seehafer's on it. Seehafer to the inside, edge of the penalty area. Good step there by Enning. Cron calms that down. Seehafer. Seehafer across to the middle. Leitenberg lurking. Opportunity for Bray. Bray just did not get a lot on that. It was a shot. It did not trouble Petrich. As Bray, it fell for Bray.
From EC Bray, number 11.
She didn't get on that, didn't get the contact she was looking for. No question about that. Illyria climbing on the back of Magnus. Lots of fans laughing on that one. His big step here by Enning. Enning, head of steam, feeds that forward for Leitenberg. That's well weighted. Leitenberg takes the ball. She's on the edge of the penalty area, slides it to the middle, and she finds side netting.
Goal kick, Hastings.
So the Raiders in the first half with a paltry one shot on goal. They'll have to change that trend here in the second half if they're going to have a great opportunity at climbing back into this game. Remains to be seen how the Raiders will do that. We'll see if they play some long ball or if they've changed their formation. Bray switches for Leitenberg. Leitenberg, she's going to take on the defender, and that shot goes wide.
Shot by Ava Leitenberg goes wide. Goal kick Hastings.
So another goal kick for the Hastings Raiders. We do not have a score update in the Rosemount Eastview game. We will try to get something for you before the end of the broadcast. Leitenberg knocks that down. Some fancy footwork inside for Weisendonner. Leitenberg crosses, it's blocked. Illyria Yin's pass intercepted. Opportunity here for the Raiders. Bray with the defense. Ball gets sent forward looking for Sanchez. Now Burke. Bray. And I don't think Macy Bray knew that Keegan McVicker was lurking. Fortunate there that the Wildcats have a throw. Keegan McVicker and Erica Endress, the two all-section academic award winners for the Hastings Raiders. Congratulations, ladies. And for the Wildcats, it's Isabella Fall and Kate Cron. So congratulations to those two young ladies as well. As you see Illyria Yin standing over that one. We'll play that back for Fall. That ball just way too weak as Sanchez jumped on it. Weisendonner's ball didn't lay off for Bray. Instead, now Burke steps into that. Nicely done. Forces the errant pass. And ending forward, ending still forward. Jolstrom. Bray. Wildcats need somebody to take this game by the throat. Everyone's passing and dishing. Needs to be somebody who says, I'm going to take responsibility to be the man or be the woman in this case. And Wildcats need somebody to do that here. Is lots of passes, not a lot of progress. For 8 minutes into this game now, into the second half of this game. And substitutions for the Wildcats. Let's see if as number 7.
Substitution for the Wildcats. Back into the game, Tess Triplett.
Tess Triplett will come on for the Wildcats.
7, going out Angelina Illyria Yin, number 20.
And so Leitenberg, I think that means that Leitenberg is going to move to an outside back position. She'll heave that ball forward, look for Weisendonner. Weisendonner for Triplett. Triplett for Seehafer. The first touch gets away from her a little bit there, but she tries to spin back to the middle. Does, but now is dispossessed. Jolstrom jumps into the fray. And a throw for the Raiders far side. So let's see what we're doing here with respect to formation. The Wildcats may have just changed their formation to push an extra player forward. Bray outside to Cron. Cron for Leitenberg, run for Weisendonner. Petrich alertly off her line though. Yes, I think the Wildcats now look to have gone to a 3-back, so Cron has slid to the outside, follows your middle, ending on the other side. And Triplett will take a spot in the midfield. So trying to create more midfield opportunities is Tess Triplett. Ball finds its way over for Bray, who tries to feed forward. Opportunity here. It's not clear that, I was going to say, not clear that Wood knows that Leitenberg is lurking. So a change in formation for the Wildcats. Cron will walk forward and send this ball back for Leitenberg. Now with 3 at the back. Leitenberg will take the throw. Weisendonner, corner, and a corner for the Wildcats. Their first of the second half, second of the game. An opportunity here for Macy Bray, who has
Corner kick for the Wildcats. Their first of the second half, second of the game.
12 assists off of corners this season. So the Wildcats have been very dangerous. Ball finds its way towards the back line. A bunch of players going for it, but nobody able to get anything to it, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Substitution for the Raiders. Back into the game.
See, there you see Macy Bray, the senior midfielder.
Going out number 18, Ellie Magnus.
And again, 13 assists this season from corner kicks for Bray. And a little extra force there than necessary, and an easy foul there for the center referee against Jolstrom. Kashish puts her foot into this, slides it forward, finds Enning. Jolstrom and Enning inexplicably going into each other. They probably need to communicate a little bit there. This ball finds its way over to Fall. Seehafer dispossessed on the far side. Enning is going to give the chase on this one, and it'll go into touch for a goal kick.
Goal kick, Wildcats.
Wildcats need to keep talking. Several times tonight we've had communication challenges either with the back line and the goalie or with other players in the midfield. And that ball finds touch, although it's off of the Raiders, so Wildcats with a throw. Obviously up here in the booth we can't hear what's going on, but you can tell from the body language of these players that they're looking at each other like, I thought you were going to do this, you thought I was going to do that. And Burke earns a foul there against the Raiders. First foul of the second half against the Raiders. So free kick for the Wildcats. Looks like Cron's going to stand over this one and hoof it forward. Check it, she's going to play it short to Enning. Now it comes back for Cron. Now Cron will send it forward. Opportunity, that ball's going to slide through, and unfortunately it's going to slide through everybody. So wasted opportunity as Petrich picks it up. Jolstrom with a good header there. Falls for Seehafer. Seehafer, Weisendonner. Weisendonner tries to slide it through, doesn't quite come off. Jolstrom, nice communication there. Jolstrom slides it through. She goes to the far side. Leitenberg with it. Leitenberg goes to goal and scores for the Wildcats. Inga Jolstrom, reminiscent of last year's big play against the Rosemount Irish, slides it across the field. And Ava Leitenberg cashes in for the Wildcats. It's the 53rd minute. Look at this ball coming across. It stays on the ground. One touch for Leitenberg. Petrich waved at it, but it was too high and too wide. And Leitenberg gives the Wildcats a 2-0 lead. So a good step by Jolstrom early in that play, stepping up to attack the ball, creates a goal for Leitenberg. And now Leitenberg with the ball again is going to feed this across for Seehafer.
Scoring for the Eagan Wildcats, number 8, Ava Leitenberg.
Triplet.
The assist to number 24, Inga Jolstrom. The time of the goal, 53 minutes.
Another ball across, that time by Weisendonner with her left foot.
The assist, Inga Jolstrom, the time 53 minutes.
And now the Raiders will counter. So the change in formation for Coach Q, perhaps paying some dividends, getting an extra body into the midfield. Ball comes wide to Cron. Cron picks out Triplet, flicks it on, looking for Weisendonner. Triplet again with it. Triplet knocks it down, nicely done. Triplet sends it across looking for Seehafer, but that's a bit aspirational. Oh, now Seehafer says, aspiration, my fanny. And this is Weisendonner, she's onside. Oh, and a great save by Petrich. Oh, Weisendonner holding her head. Petrich with a magnificent effort. This absolutely should have been a goal. Weisendonner should have cashed this in, but amazingly enough, it just found Petrich's hands. Weisendonner disappointed. She's got the game winner so far here tonight, so she'll still feel like she's had a good night, but at the same time, she'll feel like she really should have put that one away. And a 3-0 lead might have been all she wrote here for these Raiders as Cron concedes the second corner of the game to the Raiders.
Corner kick upcoming for Hastings. This will be their second of the game. Kick will be from the near side with Ellie Levine, number 24, taking the kick.
Corner opportunity for Levine. It's a left foot in swinger. Comes to the middle, headed away that time well by Leitenberg. Clean by one of the Raiders, couldn't pick that one out. She sends it forward to the far side. That's Andrus chasing it, and that'll go into touch. So a couple of times the Wildcats have been burned with either bad communication or a lack of awareness about what's around them on the pitch, their passes being intercepted, etc. But in the last 2 minutes, they've had some real opportunities. One cashed in by Leitenberg. Handball shout there by the Eagan fans. I'm not sure they're 100% wrong about that, but in any event, we play on, and a throw for the
substitution for the Raiders. Back into the game is number 21, Olivia
Center
Levine.
referee did have the best look of all of us.
Andrus, number 6.
Fall. Battles there. That ball gets sent in that time off of, I think that was Erickson.
Substitution for Hastings.
And so Weissel will watch that go behind the net for a goal kick. So McVicker will have a seat and Magnus will check in. Raiders coming up on 23 minutes left in their season. They've got to do something here to create some offense. They've had 2 corners in this half, neither of which have been overly dangerous for the Wildcats. Great step there by Fall. And that ball will go into touch. Another throw here for the Raiders. Wood. And he pitches that back out into touch. And a foul against the Wildcats. I guess I think if I could read the referee's body language, probably a push in the back. So opportunity here for Erickson to take this.
On the Wildcats, free kick for the Raiders.
Coming about 30 yards out from goal. Teams lining up just inside the penalty area. Ball comes in with the right foot, played away by Jolstrom. Nicely done. Wildcats will push, and the ball will be played back to Petrich. Opportunity here for the Wildcats. Again, Petrich 30 yards away from her goal. Conflagration in the middle, but this time the Hastings Raiders will break. Bit of a scramble there for the Wildcat defense. Triplett sends it back for Enning. Now Seehafer. Jolstrom. Seehafer making a run. Jolstrom tries to switch it. Nicely done. Leitenberg's going to get on the end of this. She's going to have another opportunity. She slides it in towards Petrich, and Petrich that time says not today. Good save by Petrich. Like the ball from Jolstrom. Great run that time by Leitenberg, who seems to have Wood measured. Cron pitches that towards Bray. Bray, Leitenberg. And you could see that coming a mile away as Weisendonner was absolutely going to play that out to a running Leitenberg every time, and the defense jumped it. Bray's ball intercepted there. Wildcats need to stand on top of these. Here's an opportunity for Erickson. She's by a couple of defenders, a couple in the midfield. She plays this ball long. Weissel's going to be off her line. Smartly done by Maddie Weissel, the junior keeper. No lack of communication that time between the back line and the goalie. Seehafer comes away with that ball on the far side. It's played ahead that time by the Raiders. Let's see if Enning can do something with it, and Enning is going to draw a foul. Foul here against the Raiders, so foul, free kick from around the midfield stripe. Enning plays that short. Jolstrom Plays it down the line, looking for Seehafer, but caught Seehafer flat-footed. And a substitution for the Wildcats, as well as the Raiders. So Audrey Siljan will check in for the Wildcats, and Bryn Kelly will check in for the Raiders. We give a shout out to our award-winning ETV crew, executive producer Josh Sibley, our director Polish Joe Chupik, Jared Greenberg on replay, Samantha Price and Max Hellenmuller are our camera operators. Thank you so much for making us look and sound good here in the city of Eagan. You really are a community asset, as Weisendonner puts her left foot to that, and a bit aspirational for Kylie Weisendonner on that one. Substitutions again here now for the Raiders.
Substitution for Hastings.
As Endress will check back in.
Going out, Sienna Sanchez.
Sanchez will have a seat. Wildcats with 2 goals, 1 in the first half, 1 here in the second half. Jolstrom, good battle in the middle, wins possession, nicely done, Inga Jolstrom. Siljan sends it forward for Leitenberg. Leitenberg's gonna put the Jets on. Go around Wood, nicely done. Now she pulls it back, slides it in with her right foot, looking for Triplett and Weisendonner. Inside to the middle, opportunity here, back door. Triplett spins, turns, shoots, blocked. Good block by Kishish, excuse me. Triplett again with it. Attacks, sends it in, and it's over the end line. So Kishish with a great block of a Triplett effort on the far side.
2 substitutions.
Substitutions for the Wildcats.
For the Wildcats back into the game.
Kosnick and Westerman will check in.
Via Kosnick, number 25. Going out Josie Seehafer, number 18.
So Kosnick will take Weisendonner's place in the center forward position, and Westerman will take Seehafer's place. Opportunity here for the Wildcats if they can give it a ride. This ball slid across, nicely done for Westerman. Westerman in! Westerman scores! A ball from Ava Leitenberg sliding across the box, and Westerman never gave up on it. Might have been hauled down there at the end of the play by her jersey, but Ellie Westerman doesn't care. She cashes in, and it's 3-0 to the Wildcats. Well, we had the beginnings of the replay there, but see if we can get it back here maybe momentarily. But Ellie Westerman with a magnificent effort and a great ball from Ava Leitenberg. 63rd minute, and Westerman makes it 3-0. So a series of substitutions here as Jolstrom's going to be withdrawn, and the same for Magnus. And now with 17 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the second half, the Raiders really chasing this game. Ehrenberg checks in for the Wildcats, now finds Westerman on the far side, but it goes out into touch.
Sienna Sanchez, number 7. And Keegan McVicker, number 42. Going out, Bryn Kelly, number 17. 21, Olivia Levine. And number 18, Ellie Magnus.
So we'll just have to go back and check out that replay on the live stream. Foul here against the Wildcats in the middle of the field. Would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Westerman had not scored there. As I said, she looked like, just in live action, it looked like maybe one of the defenders had hauled her down from behind as she was in on goal. But of course, scoring the goal eliminates the need of calling a penalty. Wildcats. So another foul here against the Wildcats.
Number 3, Ellie
Slightly
Westerman.
Better spot to take a shot from. So this coming from about 36 yards out.
Hitting the Wildcats goal scored by number 3.
This one comes in towards Weissel. Weissel spills it, and it goes into the net. So Weissel spills it, and McVicker cashes in. So we'll have to see who got the assist on that. That was an assist from Erickson, I should say. Weissel has this off of her knee. And in the 64th minute, the Raiders strike back and get a goal to pull within 3-1. So the first goal conceded by the Wildcats in quite some time. I'll have to go back and check, but I think that's the first goal they've conceded in the last 8 games. Siljan to the outside. Siljan's checked in now. Siljan tries to slide that through. Wildcats need to just possess this ball as Sanchez takes it. She's going to send it forward. Opportunity here. Defensively, McVicker again. Rosga with the defense. McVicker around. McVicker goes to goal. McVicker scores! '65th minute. McVicker strikes twice quickly. And we'll see if the Wildcats make some substitutions or change their formation here, as their defense now has conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes. It is now 3-2 in favor of the Wildcats. The first 2 shots on goal here in the second half for the Raiders have resulted in McVicker tallies.
We'll announce the third Wildcats goal, and then we will announce the 2 Hastings goals. Scoring for the Eagan Wildcats, number 3, Ellie Westerman. The assist to number 8, Ava Lightberg.
So in the 63rd minute, you had a Westerman goal. In the 64th minute, you had a McVicker goal. And in the 65th minute, you had a McVicker goal.
Time 62-27. Scoring the first Hastings
Credit
goal.
to both of these teams for making this interesting, but I think if you're a Wildcat fan, you're saying to yourself, we don't need to make it this interesting, folks. Good spin there by Triplett. Triplett goes to goal on Petrich. Petrich spills. It's a shot on goal, but she spills and claims.
Scoring the second Hastings goal. Second goal of the game, number 42, Keegan McVicker. The goal unassisted.
Header away there by
64 minutes, 11
Siljan.
seconds. Raiders goal,
Westerman.
second of the game for Keegan McVicker.
Westerman tries to slide that in.
The time 64-11.
Opportunity here for Siljan. And Kosnick pitches this across. Not sure. Oh, this is going to land for Westerman. Westerman. Illyria Yin, who crosses that in. Looking for bumpers. Westerman's going to try this again. Illyria Yin again in the corner. Working a wonderful game there. Opportunity here for Triplett. Triplett around a couple of defenders. And a penalty. Oh my goodness, excitement. But a penalty called against the Raiders as Triplett is taken down. So in the 66th minute, we have a penalty.
Will result in a penalty kick for the Wildcats.
So Tess Triplett earns the penalty with great work by Illyria Yin and Westerman in the corner.
Number 7, Tess Triplett.
Triplett with this ball, an opportunity to restore a 2-goal lead.
Clock is stopped.
As the clock is stopped, center referee well over talking to the Hastings bench, explaining, I think, the call. But in live action, certainly looked like Triplett was taken down. Long time for Triplett to wait over this ball. Asking a lot of the sophomore midfielder. Triplett, goal. And 4-2 to the Wildcats. A penalty kick converted by Tess Triplett, so we've had a 63rd minute goal by Westerman, a 64th minute goal by McVicker, a 65th minute goal by McVicker, and now a 66th minute penalty converted by Tess Triplett. I hope nobody is going anywhere, because this is as exciting a game in the last handful of minutes as we have seen all season. And now the Wildcats have it all to play for as Rosga knocks that down and sends it for Ehrenberg. Illyria Yin earns the throw. I check it, that's going to be off of Illyria Yin. So we are going to see some substitutions here for the Wildcats. And handball against the Raiders. And I think are we gonna have substitutions, or are we gonna have a
Clock is stopped.
the referee directing traffic on where he wants that restart to take place? So looks like maybe the Hastings coaching staff is still not overly thrilled with the penalty call, but in any event, Fall puts her foot to that, finds its way to Bumpers. Now to Westerman. Westerman plays
Scoring
negative,
for
that
Eagan
time to
Wildcats on
Ehrenberg.
the penalty kick, number 7, Tess Triplett. In the 66th minute, the time of the goal
Ball
is
is switched over to
65
Horn.
minutes, 42 seconds.
Horn with an opportunity. She slides that through to Bumpers. Bumpers is onside. I don't think Bumpers knew that there was. Bumpers slides it to Siljan. I don't think Courtney Bumpers knew she was in on goal. If she had looked to her right, there was nothing between her and Petrich. Instead, she slides the ball over to Siljan. Sure looked like Bumpers might have had an opportunity here. If she looks to the right, I guess there's one defender to the inside, but still, Bumpers showing her physical ability here. She brings it again. She's running right by Wood. Slides it across. It's still loose. Opportunity here. Triplett. Oh, Triplett hits the football crossbar. Great effort by Bumpers. Look at her to the outside. Wood has had trouble with Leitenberg. Now she's got trouble with Bumpers. Westerman realizes I've got two people there. I can't get that ball through. Lays it off beautifully for Triplett. Triplett just hammers it just a little too high.
Substitutions for the Wildcats.
But 4-2
number 16, Anna Enning, number 5.
to the Wildcats here with 12 minutes and 20 seconds to go, second half. I have to say,
onto the field is Isabella Uy.
This second half has been something else. And Elizabeth Uy, the freshman goalkeeper, is now on the field for the Wildcats. She confidently claims that one. There you see Elizabeth. Starts the punt, now goes short to Enning. To Cron. Ball comes through Bumpers. Bumpers feeds Leitenberg, who's checked back in. Leitenberg has had her way on this side all night. Now she has an opportunity. She's going to go to goal, and it's a goal kick. Eagan High School Soccer Booster Clubs would like to thank their platinum sponsors: Ansari's Chips Pickleball Club, Eagan Hockey Association, Twin Cities Orthopedics, Willie Team at Edina Realty, and Wave Soccer Club. Thank you for your support of EHS Soccer. And the way McVicker has carried the Hastings Raiders on her back, it wouldn't put it past her to create at least one more good scoring opportunity if the Wildcats can't return to normal programming from a defensive standpoint. Throw goes out and the Wildcats will stand over it again. This one finds Burke in the middle of the field. Now for Enning. Enning tries to cross that in. It's intercepted that time. Nicely done. Falls for Kosnick. Westerman from distance. And Petrich claims.
Westerman, number 3.
So shot on goal there for the shot on goal and a foul there against the Wildcats. Good header there by Burke. Burke has been so good this year in the air. At this point, the Wildcats just need to be first to every ball. Sanchez with it. Lays off for one of her teammates, far side. Can't see that number over there. Yeah, no foul there. That was Levine attacking on the outside. Concedes a corner, so the corner conceded by Ellie Westerman. And she gets a rug burn for her trouble. So big opportunity here for the Raiders with just over 9.5 minutes to go.
This is their third.
If they're going to level this game, this is a great opportunity. Endress over it, sends it in. Header away by Leitenberg. Wildcats clear. This ball finds its way to the back line. It's pitched a couple of times in the air. Leary again, nicely done. And Leitenberg earns the throw, nicely done.
Substitution for the Wildcats into the game, Tess Triplett, returning, number 7.
Triplett's going to come back in, and Kosnick will leave for the Wildcats. Remember, inside 5 minutes, the team with the lead will be, and when they substitute alone, they will be stopping the clock. Bumpers inside to Triplett. Triplett lays off that time for Burke. Back to Triplett. Siljan. To Cron. Cron over the top, looking for Bumpers. This has an opportunity. Bumpers is fast. She's on the ball. She has it on her right foot. She goes to goal. It's off. It doesn't go out. Courtney Bumpers with it.
Shot for Courtney Bumpers, number 17.
Good defense that time by the Raiders, but Bumpers took something that looked fairly innocuous and turned it into a scoring opportunity. And a push here against the Wildcats. So another foul here as the fouls start to pile up, and that's going to be a foul as well. And Siljan, I think we're going to see a Siljan yellow card, and we will. So Siljan in the
Stop, yellow card being issued on the Wildcats, number 12.
Siljan in the 72nd minute with the foul, with the yellow card. So free kick for Erickson at the football 45-yard line. Raiders chasing the game, but watching McVicker score those 2 goals made it look so easy.
With the yellow card caution, number 12, Audrey Siljan, the time 72:05.
So you wouldn't put it, like I said, you wouldn't put it past her to get one more opportunity. O'Leary again, nice play there. That ball gets fed through, but it's going to be off of the Wildcats and into touch. Wildcats need to mark closely, and that'll go into touch.
Goal kick for the Wildcats.
Eagan High School Soccer Booster Clubs would also like to thank their gold sponsors: Birchwood Dental, Raising Canes, Chicken Fingers, Coldwell Banker, Rami Korma, Dermatology Consultants, Eagan Arms, Public House, I love that, Ruben, Eagan Football Association, Escape With Us Vacations, Homestead Auto, Salvo Soccer Club, Teresa's Triple Diamond Sports Cards and Collectibles, and the Urgency Room. Thank you for your support of EHS Soccer. Fall will put her foot to this on the goal kick. And it'll be off of Magnus out into touch. Wildcats will trot over, and Illyria Yen will take this one. She'll hand off for Leitenberg, who's got maybe a little bigger throw. Leitenberg heaves that forward for Bumpers. Off of Bumpers' shoulder and out. Ball gets pitched forward. That's going to run into touch, and that is a Wildcat throw. So Wildcats doing a good job of taking a little bit of air out of the tires here as McVicker's 64th and 65th minute goals seem like more than a few minutes ago at this point. That ball gets heaved forward. Somebody in blue needs to chase that. They do. A little miscommunication there in the back line for the Raiders, but now Wood finally figures it out. Now she sends it forward. Opportunity for the Raiders as the minutes tick down. Now that is off of Wood. It falls for Bumpers. Is Bumpers going to be able to keep this in? She does. She's going to almost run by one defender. It's a great battle between her and Alex Moore. Ball finds its way to the middle. And Westerman will try to switch this over to Burke. Burke towards Westerman. Westerman falls on the ball. Good step there by Burke. Lyria Yen. And a white throw, a Hastings Raider throw, as the Raiders chase this game. And does that ball even go in? It does go in. It goes out again. And substitution far side.
Substitution for the Wildcats.
Bumpers will leave, and Weisendoner will come on.
Going out, Courtney Bumpers, number 17.
I'd like to say thank you to all of you joining us here. It's been a a good evening of soccer here between both of these sides. The Raiders, to their credit, looked dead and buried at 3-0. And they have come roaring back to cut it to 3-2 before the test triplet penalty. It has been, in this second half, extremely entertaining as Weisendotter brings this down into the corner and tries to slide it through. No one's making a run there for the Wildcats. So I'm not sure exactly what the strategy there was. Was she supposed to keep it in the corner, or was somebody supposed to be making a run? In any event, it's a magnificent flick on there by the Raiders. Cron finds Bray. Leitenberg. Bray on the overlap. Triplet. Triplet again. Triplet feeds Weisendotter. Weisendotter has on her right foot, and she slides down. Yeah, there's no foul there, absolutely not. Great defense that time by, I believe that was Kishish. McVicker with the ball in her feet, always a very dangerous thing. The Wildcats need to get that off of her feet, and they do. Isabella Fall. Way to step. The Wildcats now starting to complete passes, connect on passes as this ball pops a little up in the air. Westerman's going to search for it. This one's going to fall for Leitenberg. Leitenberg and Wood. Leitenberg to the outside, slides it across. Westerman couldn't get a stab to it. But Ava Leitenberg with great effort there. 3 minutes to go here, second half. Wildcats have been the better team most of the night, but the Raiders have not gone away. Opportunity there for Fall. That was a good challenge by Fall. And intercepted there by the Raiders, who put that shot well up and over the football goalposts. So McVicker has given everything tonight. She's frustrated. You can see her hitting the turf. She has given, as a senior captain of this team, has given everything here tonight. But this is great defense to the outside. That's a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Sanchez just goes down. And certainly there was a penalty shout from the Hastings fans, which is certainly understandable. But as we said in the boys' game, if you're going to get a penalty, you're going to have to earn it in this game. This ball comes up and over the top. Is that ball going to fly through? No, it's not. Good defense that time by the Raiders. Notice how the pitch is really spread out for both of these teams. Wildcats with much more room at this moment than they've had in earlier parts of the game defensively. Raiders have had to commit more assets forward. Turned over by Bray. This ball comes in towards Cron. Cron plays it off her chest. Kate Cron, the difference maker, sends that forward. I say difference maker because she's one of the award winner difference makers on this team, on this girls soccer team. Eagan High School doesn't have a homecoming court. They have difference makers. Inga Jolstrom also one of those. Oh, an opportunity from distance. A sneaky little shot for Ellie Westerman. I thought that was just going to be crossed over, looking on the back door for Leitenberg, but instead Westerman tallies for the Wildcats. Good ball from Weisendotter, so Weisendotter with the assist. Kishish didn't really make much of a motion towards that, and that ball just found its way up and under the bar and over Petrich's hands. So 78th minute, Westerman from Weisendotter.
Scoring for the
And I have to say that was elegant, if a bit unexpected. And now surely the Wildcats inside the last minute with a 3-goal lead can afford to exhale.
By Ellie Westerman, the assist to Kylie Weisendotter, the time 78:39. 1 minute remaining in the second half.
Let's say thank you to the Hastings Raiders seniors. They have given us a show tonight with some great defense, some great goal scoring, some good goalkeeping. Thank you so much, ladies, for your hard work this season and tonight. Your parents are extremely proud of you, love you, and glad that you've had this opportunity, even though it has ended a game earlier than you'd like. As for the Wildcats, they will host the Section 3-3A final here at Wildcat Stadium on Tuesday, the 15th of October. Not sure if that's going to be a 7 o'clock game or a 5 o'clock game, because the boys also will be hosting a section final game. So we'll have to see exactly how that's going to end up playing out.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will do it here from Wildcat Stadium. The Eagan Wildcats got a good lead in this second half, but then made it interesting with 2 big goals by Keegan McVicker, the senior captain. But responses from Ellie Westerman and Tess Triplett gave the Wildcats the goal and the goals they needed and the cushion they needed to defeat the Hastings Raiders. Hastings Raiders understandably upset, disappointed in the ultimate result, but played an excellent game, especially in this second half. Nothing to hang their heads about at all.
That game will be played here at Wildcat Stadium.
Make sure you check local listings for the game times for the section final. They will be broadcast here on ETV. And we will be calling those games, and I'll be joined again by my broadcast partner, Skip Newton.
Section championship games to be announced.
For an award-winning TV crew, award-winning ETV crew. That will wrap it up for us here on ETV. Saw a great match between these two teams. Ultimately, the Raiders will have to wait for next season, and the Wildcats will prepare for the Section 3 AAA Finals next Tuesday. On behalf of our award-winning ETV crew, my normal colleague Skip Newton, thank you for joining us here on ETV. Final score from Eagan tonight: Hastings 2, Eagan 5. Good night, everybody.